born into the open, with the weight of every dream. Every promise felt like forever, every crack cut deep. Time arrived without a warning, and took what it could take. Left us standing in the quiet, with the choices that we made. In the stillness after losing, when the future feels unsure, there's a truth beneath the breaking, saying you are more. We were meant to carry love through the dark and through the doubt, when the world feels like it's ending and the words won't come out. Through the loss, through the fire, through the fear we rise above. We were meant to carry love. I've seen freedom traded slowly for the comfort of a lie. Watch them teach us how to listen without asking why. But there's a fire in the heartbeat that no silence can erase. It remembers who we were before we learned to play it safe. When they tell us to look down, to be grateful, to obey, something deeper pulls against it, says this life is mine to claim. We were meant to carry love when belief is hard to hold. Hope is not a fragile feeling, it survives the cold. Through the scars, through the years, through the nights that test our trust, we were meant to carry love. Hold me when the night feels longer than the strength I have to give. If I break, don't let me harden. Teach me how to live. I won't trade my soul for comfort. I won't kneel to borrowed peace. If I stand here in the open, let it say I chose belief. We were meant to carry love. When the cost is everything, when resistance turns to courage and faith begins to sing, through the fall, through the flame, through the dark we still become. We were meant to carry love. voice calls my name, and the road begins to bend, I'll still walk into the open with this love until the end. We were standing in the long remains of promises we try to keep. Every dream felt heavier with every night we couldn't sleep. Time kept asking for our patience, while it took more than it gave. But something deeper held its ground and refused to cave. In the quiet after breaking, when the future lost its sound, there was something in the silence that would not go down. We stood where love still burns, when the night refused to end. Hope was not a simple answer, it was choosing who we are, through the loss, through the fire, through the truths that made us learn. We stood where love still burns. I've seen freedom sold as silence, truth dressed up as peace. Watch them teach us how to listen, while they tightened every leash. But there's a rhythm in the heartbeat that no shadow ever owns. It remembers who we were before we turned to stone. When they told us to be smaller, when the cost was everything. Love became our last resistance. Hope became the song we sing. Through the fall, through the flame, through the dark we still discern. We stood where love still burns. We stood where love still burns. When the silence calls our names and the world begins to turn, I'll still stand where it began. Where love still burns. I was younger when the world felt endless, like tomorrow owed us time. We spoke in dreams and second chances, like they were always mine. But years don't ask for permission. They take and then they go, leaving names inside the silence only the heart still knows. In the spaces left behind, where the past refuses sleep, there's a truth that keeps on breathing, even when it's hard to keep. We were never meant to fade into fear or borrowed chains. Love is deeper than the wounds. Hope survives what we outlive, even when the ground gives way. We were never meant to fade. I've seen freedom traded for safety, truth locked behind a smile. Watch them teach us how to surrender, one quiet lie at a time. But there's a fire under the ribs that remembers how to rise. It says a life without believing is just a slower way to die. When they tell us to look down, to be grateful, to behave, something in the blood remembers we were not born to obey. We were never meant to fade into shadows of our names. Love outlives the years we lose. Faith is choosing what is true, even when the ground gives way. We were never meant to fade. If I break, don't let me harden. Remind me how to live. I won't trade my soul for silence. I won't bury what I know. If I stand here bleeding daylight, let it mean I stood for hope. We were never meant to fade. We were meant to feel the weight of loving deeply, standing tall, even when we lose it all. Through the loss, the doubt, the pain, were never meant to fade. When the lights have all gone dim and history turns the page, I'll still believe in what we were. We were never meant to fade. I was standing in the aftermath of words we couldn't say. Every memory felt heavier than the names we gave. Time kept moving without mercy, left its fingerprints on me. But even in the wreckage, something whispered, breathe. In the hollow of the night, when the answers disappear, there's a truth that keeps on beating, louder than the fear. When everything is taken and the ground gives way below, when the world stops pretending that it knows which way to go, after loss, after pain, after everything we lose, what remains is love. What remains is love. I've seen freedom traded cheaply for a moment of control. Watch them teach us how to listen while they silence every soul. But there's a fire in the marrow no hand can ever claim. It remembers who we were before the guilt, before the shame. When they tell us to be quiet, to accept the rules they bend, something in us answers back, this is not the end. When everything is shaken, when belief is hard to hold, when the truth costs more than comfort and the nights grow cold, through the cracks, through the scars, through the lies we see abused, what remains is love. soul for safety. I won't mute this beating heart. If I stand against the current, let it mean I played my part. When the dust is finally settled and the flags have all been burned, when the lessons cost us everything, but we finally learn. Through the loss, the fight, the flame, through the nights we couldn't outrun, what remains is love. What remains is love. When the silence asks my name and the past won't let me run, I'll answer with the only truth. What remains is love. We were young enough to believe that forever had a shape. Every promise felt unbreakable. Every mistake felt safe. But time came in like weather, slow then all at once, and love learned how to bend without coming undone. In the quiet after losing, when the world feels thin and far, there's a truth beneath the damage. We are more than what we are. We loved even when it hurt, when the nights refused to heal. Hope was not a miracle. It was choosing what was real. Through the loss, through the doubt, through the fear we couldn't outrun. We loved even when it hurt. I've seen freedom traded for comfort, truth softened into lies. Watch them teach us how to listen without opening our eyes. But there's a fire in the heartbeat that no silence ever owns. It remembers why we started. fear for the stones. When they ask us to be quiet, to accept the weight they give, something deeper answers softly, this is not how we live. We loved even when it hurt, when belief was hard to hold. Faith was standing in the open, with a heart that wouldn't fall. Through the scars, through the years, through the dark, we still become. We loved even when it hurt. Hold me when the night feels longer than the strength I have to give. If I break, don't let me harden, teach me how to live. I won't trade my soul for safety, I won't bow to borrowed peace. If I stand against the current, let it mean I chose believe. We loved even when it hurt, when the cost was everything. Hope became an act of courage. Love became the song we sing. Through the fall, through the flame, through the dark we overcome. We loved even when it hurt, and we are not done. When the silence asks my name, and the past won't let me run, I'll answer with an open heart. We love, we love. We were standing in the aftermath of promises that burned too fast. Every dream left fingerprints on a future we couldn't grasp. Time kept taking without shame, left us thinner, not erased. In the mirror of the damage, I still recognize my face. In the silence after everything, when the ground began to shake, there was something underneath the fear that refused to break. We refused to disappear when the night was all we knew. Love was not a simple feeling, it was something we held on to. Through the loss, through the fire, through the years that marked our skin, we refused to disappear. I've seen freedom dressed as mercy, with conditions underneath. Watch them teach us how to breathe, but never how to speak. Still there's a rhythm in the heartbeat that no order ever learned. It remembers who we were before the bridges burned. When they told us to stay quiet, to be grateful, to comply, something deeper rose within us and answered back why. We refused to disappear when belief was wearing thin. Hope became an act of courage, not a place we waited in. Through the scars, through the storms, through the nights that never end, we refuse to disappear. Hold me when the past returns, when the weight is hard to bear. If I falter, don't let go. Stay right here. I won't trade my soul for safety. I won't bow to borrowed truth. If I stand against the current, let it say I chose what's true. We refuse to disappear when the cost was everything. Love became our last resistance. Hope became the song we sing. Through the fall, through the flame, through the dark we reappear. We refuse to disappear. We refuse to disappear when the world forgets our names and the echoes start to clear. I'll still stand where love remains. We are here. We are here. We were standing in the long delay between what broke and what remained. Every dream felt thinner now. Every silence knew our names. Time came down without a warning, left its weight on every scar. But it never took the reason why we still are who we are. In the quiet after everything, when the answers disappear, there's a pulse beneath the damage saying you are still here. We stayed human when the world turned hard and cold, when love cost more than comfort, and the truth was getting old. Through the loss, through the fire, through the fear, we couldn't outrun. We stayed human. moments of relief. Watch them teach us how to listen without daring to believe. But there's a fire in the heartbeat that no silence ever owns. It remembers who we were before we learned to turn to stone. Comes back when the dark feels close and real. If I break, don't let me harden. Let me feel. I won't trade my soul for safety. I won't bow to borrowed peace. If I stand against the current, let it say I chose belief. We stayed human when the cost was everything. Defiance, hope became the song we sang. Through the fall, through the flame, through the dark we still become. We stay human. We stayed human. Until the end. We were standing at the edge of reason, with the past still in our hands. Every dream felt torn and fragile, like a half-forgotten plan. Time came down without a warning, left its weight upon our skin. But it couldn't take the meaning of the places we'd been. In the quiet after breaking, when the future lost its shape, there was something still inside us that refused to fade. We walked through the fire together when the night refused to end. Love was more than just a shelter, it was how we chose to stand. Through the loss, through the doubt, seen freedom traded softly for the comfort of a lie. Watch them teach us how to listen while they close their eyes. But there's a rhythm in the heartbeat that no silence ever learns. It remembers who we were before the bridges burned. When they asked us to look away, to be quiet, to behave, something deeper rose against it, saying this is not the way. We walk through the fire together when belief was wearing thin. Hope became an act of courage, not a place we waited in. Through the scars, through the years, through the dark we still became. We walked through the fire together. Hold me when the past comes rushing, when the dark is close and near. If I fall, don't let me harden. Stay right here. I won't trade my soul for safety. I won't bow to borrowed peace. If I stand against the current, let it say I chose belief. We walked through the fire together when the cost was everything. Love became our last resistance. Hope became the song we sing. Through the fall, through the flame, through the nights we overcame. We walked through the fire together. We walked through the fire together. When the silence calls our names, and the road begins to bend, I'll still stand where love remains. With you, until the end. We were taught how to be careful, how to measure every breath, how to fold our hearts in half, just to soften every step. But the years don't ask permission. They arrive like falling rain, taking more than what we offer, leaving beauty mixed with pain. In the quiet after breaking, when the future feels unsure, there's a voice beneath the damage saying you are more. We were built for the storm, for the nights that never end, for the weight of loving deeply and the courage to defend. Through the loss, through the flame, through the doubts we still endure. We were built for the storm. I've seen freedom dressed as silence, truth buried under ease. Watch them teach us how to kneel while calling it peace. But there's a fire in the heartbeat that refuses every chain. It remembers why we started, before the fear, before the shame. When they ask us to be smaller, to accept the lines they draw, something rises from the wreckage, saying this is not the law. We were built for the storm, for the fall and for the rise. Love is not a fragile promise, it survives what time denies. Through the scars, through the years, through the dark, we still endure. We were built. Hold me close when faith feels thin, when the night is closing in. If I break, don't let me close. Stay with me. I won't trade my soul for comfort. I won't mute this beating heart. If I stand against the current, let it say I played my part. We were built for the storm, for the cost of standing tall, for believing love still matters when the world feels cold and small. Through the loss, through the fight, through the fear we can't ignore. We were built for the storm, and we are more. When the sky has had its say and the thunder fades away, I'll still stand where I began, with an open heart, were born into the open with the weight of every dream. Every promise felt like lightning, every scar cut deep. Time came in without forgiveness, took what it could take, but it never stole the reason why we're still awake. In the quiet after breaking, when the future feels unsure, there's a truth beneath the silence, still knocking at the door. We were made to believe in love that doesn't leave, hope that rises from the ground when the world falls beneath. Through the lows, through the fear, through the nights we can't outrun, we were made to believe. I've seen freedom sold as patience, truth buried under calm. Watch them teach us how to listen while they spoke for everyone. But there's a fire in the heartbeat that no shadow ever owns. It remembers who we were before we learned to fold. When they tell us to be silent, to accept the lines they draw, something deeper starts to answer. This is not the law. We were made to believe when belief is hard to hold. Faith is standing in the open with a heart that won't grow cold. Through the scars, through the years, through the dark we still become. We were made to believe. Oh, hold me when the night feels longer than the strength I have to give. If I fall, don't let me hold it. Teach me how to let. I won't trade my soul for comfort. I won't bow to borrowed peace. If I stand against the current, let it say I chose believe. We were made to believe when the cost is everything. Love becomes an act of courage. Hope becomes a song we sing. Through the fall, through the flame, through the dark we still see. We were made to believe. Whoa, we were made to believe. There's a moment before the morning when the dark begins to break. That's where every heart remembers what it was afraid to say. I have loved without a promise. I have trusted without proof. I have stood where hope felt fragile. Still I listen for the truth. I've seen time turn into distance, watched forever learn to fade. But something deeper than the ending always asks me still to stay. If the world keeps pulling us apart, why do we reach out anyway? If belief is just a shadow, why won't it go away? I believe in love that doesn't leave us when the night is long. I believe in hope that slowly teaches broken hearts to stay strong. Through the loss, through the doubt, through the weight of every day, I'm still here, standing clear. We were made to stay. I've seen freedom dressed in fear, heard the truth speak quietly, watch them trade away tomorrow for a safer yesterday. But there's a fire in remembrance, there's a strength in standing still. Every time they draw the limits, something in us learns free will. If the soul keeps leaning forward after everything it's seen, maybe faith is just the courage to believe in what we mean. I believe in love that keeps its shape when the world turns cold. I believe in hearts that don't escape when the cost is told. Through the fear, through desire, through the nights we barely made, I'm still here, holding near. We were made to stay. night forgets our names, and the world begins to sway. Love remains, hope remains. We were made to stay. There's a stillness before the answer, when the night holds its breath. Every heart learns the question long before it learns what's left. I've loved like there was no ending, like the fall would never come. I've lost what I was defending, and still kept moving on. I've seen truth turned into rumor, watch the strong pretend they're blind, but something deeper than the damage stayed alive inside my mind. If the world keeps breaking promise, why do we still try? If the road keeps asking everything, why do we reply? I believe in love that outlives the fire, and hope that learns to stay. I believe in hearts that don't surrender when everything slips away. Through the loss, through the doubt, through the weight of every scar, I'm still here, standing clear, knowing who we are. I've seen freedom dressed in silence, heard faith spoken low, watch them draw the lines between us just to keep control. But there's a voice beneath the ruins, there's a strength they can't erase. Every time we choose to stand, we remember our own fates. If belief is only proven when it's hardest to hold on, and every broken moment is where the truth is born. I believe in love that keeps its promise, and light that finds a way. I believe in souls that won't be owned, no matter what they say. Through the fear, through desire, through the nights we barely survived, I'm still here, holding near what keeps me alive. Hold on to the sound of your own breathing. That's a proof you're still free. Every scar is a chapter, not the end of the story. Put your hand in the open, let the future see. We were never meant for silence, we were meant to believe. I believe in love, eternal in the truth we defend. I believe in hope, returning again and again. Through the loss, through the fire, through the wars in our minds, we are free. We believe we are more than our time. When the answers fade to silence and the lights are finally gone, love remains, hope remains. What remains is what we are. We were counting constellations on a ceiling made of doubt. Every dream felt temporary, but we chased it anyhow. Time came crashing through the doorway, took the things we couldn't say, left us standing in the quiet with the choices that we made. In the space between the four, and the strength to rise again. There's a voice that keeps on saying, this is not how it ends. We keep the flame alive when the night is closing in. Love is more than what survives, it's where we begin. Pain, through the tears we never hide, we keep the flame alive. I've seen freedom dressed as mercy, with a price we couldn't see. Watch them teach us how to listen while they spoke for you and me. But there's a fire in the heartbeat that no silence ever learns. It remembers who we were before the fear, before the hurt. When they ask us to be smaller, to stay quiet, stay in line. Something deeper pulls against it, says this life is mine. won't trade my soul for comfort. I won't bow to borrowed truth. If I stand against the current, let it say I chose what's true. We keep the flame alive when the world forgets our names, when the cost of loving deeply is the weight of all this pain. Through the fall, through the fight, through the dark we learn to see. We keep the flame so we can be free. When the last light fades away and the road has lost its signs, I still believe in what we are. We keep the flame alive. Keep the flame alive. We're standing in the open when the ground began to sway. Every dream felt fragile in the light of yesterday. Time kept asking for our patience, while it took more than it gave. But it never touched the reason why our hearts refuse to cave. In the quiet after breaking, when the answer slipped away, there was something still inside us that remembered how to stay. We kept our souls awake when the night was all we knew. Love was not a safe direction. It was something we held on to. Through the loss, through the fire, through the fear that shaped our fate. We kept our souls awake. I've seen freedom sold as comfort, truth buried under calm. Watch them teach us how to listen while they tightened every arm. But there's a fire in the heartbeat that no silence ever owns. It remembers who we were before we learned to live as stone. When they told us to be smaller, to accept the lines they drew, something I won't bow to borrowed peace. If I stand against the current, let it say I chose belief. We kept our souls awake when the cost was everything. Love became our last resistance. Hope became the song we sing. Through the fall, through the flame, through the dark, we still create. We kept our souls awake. We kept our souls awake. When the silence calls our names and the road begins to shake, I'll still stand where love remains. With my soul away.